Politicians and celebrities make deals behind closed doors, promises broken. Inner income source, hidden agendas run the grand parade. In the circus, choose a masquerade. Believe me, I wouldn't lie. I've been given money, power, and fame to keep you in line.
Here I am. Welcome everyone to today's stream. If it ever feels like your life is falling apart despite all your best efforts, there's an actual scientific principle at play here, and it's called the law of entropy, which is today's episode topic. So, what is entropy? Entropy is a fundamental law in thermodynamics stating that the amount of disorder or randomness in a closed system will always increase over time unless energy is put into the system to maintain or organize it. Okay, let's think about it this way. Think of your room, right? If you stop cleaning it, it doesn't stay clean. Even if you never go in there again, dust is going to come in, it's going to degrade, everything in the room is going to eventually turn to nothing. So you have to maintain every single aspect of everything always. Not just maintain, but try to make it better. Because if you do not, it will deteriorate. It's just how it goes, yo. So hello, everyone. What is up? So let's see. How does entropy apply to your life and my life? Just like in physical spaces, our lives follow this law. So without active effort in your career, in your relationships, in your health, which is a big one, and your personal growth, every second that you spend not improving, you are falling apart according to entropy. It's just how it goes. It is what it is. So, the trap of the blame. It's easy to blame external factors or other people for where we are in life, but this is ultimately a big old waste of time because the truth is we're responsible for managing our own entropy. Blaming others doesn't rebuild what's lost, and it just continues to waste more time. So the importance is action. We have to be very proactive in every aspect of our lives. If you're not actively working in every single area to make it better, you are passive and watching it fall apart. Some examples, your career. You have to be continuously learning and networking and advancing in your career. You can't have the same entry-level job when you're 20, when you're 60 or 40 or right before you're going to retire. They're probably going to make us work until we're 100, but you know what I mean. All right, your health. If you're not exercising regularly and eating a balanced diet and taking into account your rapid deterioration of your body and your changing needs of your body as you get older, which means maybe you can handle more carbs when you're younger, and then as you get older, those systems do degrade in the body, so you need to incorporate and change your diet for other foods that someone of your advanced state in life needs, right? So also, this applies to relationships, communicating effectively and spending quality time. If you guys just watch the same movie every single weekend, hold hands and go to sleep, eventually you're going to have relationship problems. You're going to need to spice things up, do different things, go different places, have growth within the relationship. That means talking about different things. That means you guys have to do things outside the relationship, maybe some hobbies, maybe some interests, read some books, and then come back to the relationship, share what you've learned, talk about it with them, and of course, find out their new interests and try to incorporate that into your relationship going forward. For example, maybe when you're 22 and you get with somebody, you're interested in, I don't know, video games, and they're kind of interested in that too. And then you guys both grow up. Now you become interested in sports cars, and they become interested in, I don't know, fish. right? So, what you would do as a couple, instead of playing video games like you did when you were children, now you might go and look at vintage sports cars together and stuff like that. Or you might go and buy exotic fish or go to aquariums together, things like that. Like you are evolving with them. You're not doing the same things, because a lot of people say, I don't understand. I haven't changed. Why is she complaining? Or I don't understand what he's talking about. I'm the same I've always been. That is a problem. That is succumbing to the law of entropy. You are not the same as you once were. You have degraded over time because you are not actively growing and learning and becoming a new, better person. Also, you have to, understand that you are degrading and everything degrades, not just your body. Your mind will start degrading everything. So you have to be spicing things up in all areas to keep it moving. Entropy is kind of relentless. It really doesn't care. You just have to use all your efforts to combat it as much as possible, knowing that, yes, it's a losing battle. Eventually, you will degrade so much that you'll be dead and you won't be able to have a relationship, a job, or health because you'll be gone. So, what can we do about this? Let's talk about our social circles. Growth and change is very important as you start realizing, oh no, I'm kind of stagnant in this area. You're going to need to shift a lot. And that could mean, well, you have to be willing to grow. And that might mean drifting away from your social circle, because let's say you are, again, when you were 22, let's use a guy as an example, playing video games. Maybe you were also playing, I don't know, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering cards every weekend with your friends. At a certain point, you need to go, I need to level up. These people have not changed in 20 years or whatever the amount of years is. I need to level up. So now I'm going to change my habits and change my circles to a better, more advantageous habits and circles. So now instead of doing that, maybe you go into, I don't know, like a finance club or something, and you meet up and you guys talk about investments or whatever the hell you guys do. I don't know. Come up with something, start your own thing if you haven't found anything in the community, which is what I tend to do, because you'd be surprised how little cool leveling up stuff there is in the world. So we have to create it, because if we want to be better and do better, that's our responsibility. And then you can also take into account the rising tide effect. So a rising tide doesn't only lift all ships, but it reveals which ones are not seaworthy. So by elevating yourself, you're going to attract others who are also committed to growth. This is going to create a supporting network that pushes everyone forward. But again, there's some people that are not seaworthy, so they will sink. AKA, you might not be able to hang out with them because they're just not going to get it. And a lot of times when people get mad at you trying to do better in your life, they will try to sink your ship. So it's best to stay away, because you don't want to get any holes in your vessel. So you can also have influence. You can surround yourself with those who want to do better. And by doing this, you're not just combating entropy in your own life, but you're also fostering an environment where growth mindset becomes normal. So let's go back to relationships. Avoiding stagnation is critical, not just to spend too much time with people who never grow or evolve or work on getting better in all aspects of their life, but you have to make sure they're not slowing down your own growth. So let's go back to the friendship, a friend who doesn't want to advance. You have a friend who's been stuck at the same job for years, but they're complaining and never taking the steps forward to improve their opportunities. They're just negative. And negativity, unfortunately, can be contagious to those around them. So if you're constantly negative, complaining, and not doing anything to better your situation, you're going to lose a lot of people that you want around you, because that negativity will repel good, positive influences on your life. So instead, you want to repel negative, bad influences on your life. And you can do this by being ridiculously positive about the future and thinking about what you want to do. This is going to make people very upset, especially the people who don't want you to do better than them and don't want you to succeed in life, because it's a reminder to them that you are trying to do and be better and they're not. So let's talk about mediocrity. Let's see. Someone in your life who sees no need to change, whether it's their health, their relationship dynamics, personal development, they're just very complacent. This will discourage you from pursuing your own goals. You don't want a negative influence, because this person, this archetype, let's say, always has an excuse for not trying new things, improving, and they will criticize your efforts and your change to grow. And this can, if you let it, undermine your motivation, right? So the law of entropy is unyielding. It's just science. This is how it goes. If you let go, things deteriorate. But if you fight back with action, structure, growth, you can help defy this law as much as humanly possible, because that's all we are. So let's stop blaming others and start doing ourselves. So every day we can just ask ourselves, what am I doing to combat entropy in my life? And who around me am I choosing to grow with? So let's also talk about something else that has been pissing me off, because this is my angry cat streak, right? So Teriak posted a false gotcha moment, which is ridiculous because I was not debating him, but he was just saying, like, if there's a couple and one person gains a little weight, the other person stays exactly the same, that what advice would I give to them? But because I know the law of entropy, I would give them very the same advice. I would ask the girl to do something about her weight and her health. And then I would also ask the guy, why are you the same? If 10 years has passed, you should not be the same. This goes against the law of entropy, because you cannot be the same in 10 years if you don't do anything, period. This is a law. This is not an opinion. So let's take an example, a real working example. There's a couple, Mark and Lisa. Mark, over the past few years, has remained exactly the same. He has the same job, the same habits, the same lifestyle, and the exact same ambition. There's nothing new. There's no new passions. He watches the same TV shows. He has zero interest in personal development. And let's say Lisa, on the other hand, she's gained weight. She's stressed out. She has a sedentary lifestyle now, and it's crept in without her noticing, blah, blah, blah. So now we have two problems. We have Mark's stagnation, lack of growth. He doesn't read, he doesn't learn new skills, he doesn't seek new experiences, his routine is monotonous, and it doesn't see the need for change. His friends, probably some of them have moved on, either advancing in their careers, pursuing new exciting personal interests, and leaving him with fewer friends and a less dynamic social interaction, because that's the reality of human life, right? Nothing's going to stay the same. So in the relationship, perhaps there's a lack of personal growth, and that affects the relationship as well. He doesn't encourage Lisa, which a husband should be doing, to do activities that could benefit both of them, like cooking healthier meals or going for walks after dinner. And then we have Lisa's physical entropy. So her health is in decline. Her weight gain is a direct result of not counteracting the natural tendency of entropy in human health. She's not eating well. She's not exercising better. And her mental health probably is suffering as a result of this. So then we have self-esteem problems. So maybe her physical health, like her physical appearance was great when she was young, but because of entropy and no changes, now she probably has a drop in confidence and she feels less motivated to engage in social or physical activities. Like, when people gain weight, they probably don't want to go swimming. They don't want to spend a lot of time on the beach because now they're embarrassed or whatever. And this can also cause a strain in the relationship, because now she feels physically unattractive, and you know how that goes. So my point is, both parties need to work on themselves, both, because combating entropy by not evolving allows entropy to take over all areas of your life. Entropy, not doing anything about it, is proof of a lack of ambition or interest in self-improving, right? And not putting energy into the system to maintain or grow it means it's degraded. So Mark's degraded, Lisa's degraded. Everybody's not doing well in this situation. So, all right, let's see. In conclusion, I was right, Tarak was wrong, and he's a jerk. All right, so here's some other things about stagnation always equals decay. It does not mean that you're this equal to what you used to be. Let's say 22 when you started. You're 22. This is your job. This is your health. This is whatever. You're doing all these things the same. Are you 22 when you're 32? At 32, if you're in the same situation, you're decayed, right? Okay. So I think I have made my point. And I don't know, let me see. What else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, I have photos, media. Okay. This is AI, obviously. This is not real. So there's a little uncanny valley and some weirdness. This is supposedly a couple at 22, and then maybe like they're, I don't know, 62 or something like that. So as you can see, this is an image of an average looking couple. Just by age, even if they, like, let's say, have the exact same habits, they're never going to look the same. As you can see, this is the typical, let's say, American couple. The guy looks older, the girl looks older, they both look a little overweight. There's no such thing as I'm the same as I used to be. Here's another example of a couple when they were young and then very much older. You are not going to be the same. Here we go, another one. Now this couple, they definitely do not look like how they did when they were young at all. As you can tell, entropy does not care, but they are looking better than this couple. You see, they made different choices. See, so that's all I'm saying. Entropy is making everybody look like crap over time, but you can still fight it a little bit. All right, here's one couple. They look relatively good when they were young and when they were old, but they still look better when they're young, and they will always look better when they're young. This one is even fitter. These people probably work really, really hard. So anyways, that is all I have to say for today. I hope you find this useful. What's up, homies? And yeah, if anybody has any questions, let me know. And tomorrow I will be talking about another similar thing about how we can fight against what people normally want to do, which is nothing. Anyways, so hope everyone has a great rest of your evening. And remember, the reason why I'm always talking to you guys about like doing better is because we can end up like these people when we're really old instead of these people. And of course, everybody's going to get old and more unattractive, but I'd rather be these people, just saying, than these people. All right, so there's also this woman I follow on Instagram. She's an inspiration. In her late 80s, she decided to go and become healthy, fitness journey, all this stuff. And she became super hella strong and super hella fit in her 80s because she finally decided, of course, it was a little late, but she did it in her 80s to fight the law of entropy. So you can do it at any time. So let's do it right now, because I don't want you guys to be in your 80s when you finally realize that if you're not getting better, you are degrading rapidly. So that's all for today. Hope you guys had fun and found that interesting. And I will see you all next time. Take care.
Start the revolution, let the truth begin. Wake up, defeating lies, control